Hi guys, and welcome to my playthrough of the server called Tekkify. Now, this is going to be like a mixture of tutorials and me just futzing around with a variety of things. I will show you how to build and do various bits and bobs and cool stuff, and other times I'm just going to be building random things. Currently in my new house that I built a couple of days ago, or at least started a couple of days ago. I think it's coming along quite nicely. It's not the best thing in the world, but it'll do. Currently have a friend living over there, and I have also been digging for my basement for all the lovely machines we're going to build. All the way down. It's quite a way. At the moment the room isn't particularly large. I felt like I wanted to make a basement machine room that's a bedrock, because I've never done that before. I never really make underground complexes. I'm sure many of you may have, but I haven't, so this will be a first for me. First things first, I want to start setting up one of my infinite energy systems, and to do that we're going to need magma crucibles, magmatic engines, and a few other bits and bobs. Unfortunately, all of my stuff is very scattered at the moment after the move. I've got a few deep storage units set up. I'll show you how to make those at a later date. And a lot of iron chests. I'm hoping to get them all to diamond eventually, but in the meantime, I have to grab our bits and bobs. Magmatic engines, magma crucibles, also got iron tanks, but I'll set those up last. Where are my... there we go, redstone energy conduits and the other cell. A load of liquiduct pipe, always very useful, especially as we're dealing with an awful lot of lava. Now this system is primarily based on consuming netherrack to produce energy. It's a cyclic system, so you introduce netherrack, the magma crucibles turn it into lava. Now the math is quite interesting because most energy systems don't allow you to do infinite loops like this. It's technically not infinite because you have to provide it with netherrack, but it's still pretty powerful. You can produce quite a lot with it. I'm starting with this stuff because this is thermal expansion, and at the moment Tekkify is undergoing a couple of updates, but thermal expansion is being kept, unlike some other mods. So, where shall we stick the engines? Trying to think about where I want to put the tank for lava storage, so I can like attach this close by. Choices. I'll just stick an engine down here. Unfortunately, they'd like to align with each other too well. Ah, that's something I forgot. Damn it. Never mind. That's an energy conduit. We'll connect all of the engines. Now, first things first, I'm going to want pretty much every engine I have out of the 30 here. Or what is 30? 6 down and 24 here. I'm going to want every single one of them attached to this wire. So, I'm going to have to keep extending it. Also going to grab an Omni wrench to just adjust the direction of these, because they are really annoying with trying to get them to align properly. Oh, hello. Slight sketch there. However, we have the perfect amount. That's all of the engines. Trying to get all the liquiduct around it as well to provide stuff to it is... But I think we need to align them first. Now, I would run up the stairs, but I got a jetpack much faster. That's pretty much why I built this, so I could have an excuse to drop and use my jetpack. Waste of energy, I know, but the stairs are for when my jetpack runs out. Where is my Omni wrench? I have too much stuff. Bees, lots of bees. We'll be doing those as well. And beds, possibly the most useless thing on such a massive server. At least they've spawned you in the right place. Where is my prototype Omni wrench? Come here, little wrench. Where are you? Please, I wish to find you. Grr. One chest. Ooh, bronze sword. Kinda want that. mobs keep coming after me. We lit the place up like crazy, but they still pop up occasionally. Oh yeah, a lot of bees. Quite a lot of bees. Oh yeah, I'm not the only one living here. I also have a Meow Kitty 17 with me. But she's off at the moment. More liquiduct. Yeah, I built quite a bit of liquiduct. The last time my system was up and running, I had liquiducts running everywhere, feeding lava to geothermal generators. Unfortunately, I kind of screwed myself over, left them on overnight, and lost all of my lava. Was not happy when I woke up. Seriously, where's my Omni Wrench? Is it in here? Nope. Ah, there you are. Prototype Omni Wrench, something that works on pretty much everything. For IC2, it will allow you to pick up machines. For thermal expansion, will allow you to like sort out the machines, move them, remove them, all sorts. In this particular instance, I'm going to have to tear up all these engines again. God damn it! Now, normally when I drill this, it takes ages to break, like seriously ages. However, with a quick whack of the Omni Wrench, I can change its direction, or if I shift or right click, I can remove it. Very useful. Doesn't work on the engines. Oh no, it does. Okay, that was random. I was stood on top of it. Okay, that's never happened before. It's a first for everything, I guess. Anyway. Now, at the moment, these are on blue setting. They need to be switched around to orange, so they receive energy rather than send it. So every single one of them needs to be like that. Every single engine that was on top needs to be put back. I could chain them into each other, but I find that it never works for me. And plus, trying to feed lava back into them becomes a bit arduous. So, I just need to whack all of these with my wrench until they align again. Damn it. There we go. That's all those ones. And, come on. That one didn't. That's why there's a torch in the way. Doesn't like it when I do that. There we go. Right, that's every single engine aligned. Now here comes the interesting bit. I now have to line every single one of these engines with liquiducts. And to provide them with lava, or what lava I will be feeding them with. That's two of the rows of the engines. Now, just the liquiducts by this is just a ridiculous setup. But... oh, dear. I have to place them individually like this. Oh yeah, same whack. Shift, right click, kind of whacking with the wrench works with liquiducts as well. Now I have to loop them all around each other, like that. And same on the other side. Now the problem is these pipes. They when you run lava through them, it actually registers as if it's stored lava. So like it's effectively like the pipe has some level of storage itself. So even if you stop the lava flow, whatever the liquiducts are feeding the lava or water maybe into, will not immediately run out of that liquid to feed into it. It will like take a bit. I mean, with this many engines, generally the lava runs out fairly quickly because I'm not using tremendous amount of pipes, but that can happen. At least I'm not using tremendous amount of pipes just yet, anyway. Now, the next addition to our system will be a couple of energy cells for storage. Now, these things will store quite large amounts of energy. Mine are quite full at the moment. The advantages to having drained my system of lava is I haven't drained it of energy. Still, it's quite useful. Blue will be in. Now my output rate and my input rate are about the same, mostly because I need more than one to keep up with the sheer amount of energy consumption of 4 magma crucibles. It's not pretty. It's really hard to keep all 4 of them running very quickly. If I place them... let's see. If I just place them on here... I think I will place magma crucibles here, along here. Actually, one more out. Just don't want to interfere with these pipes here. Wait, that might be an issue. Energy in. Yeah, I'm gonna need to turn them around. Nope. Okay, that worked. It's not what I expected to happen, but that worked. Now, blue is in. Try and see. I need to change these to output. In theory, these these are now filling up with energy. So these now have the correct. These sides have the correct inputs. However, I want to change the configuration in this tab here, with each color representing the kind of area. This is blue, so it represents recipe or energy. The orange, however, represents the output of the lava. Now, lava coming out here is relatively okay, and blue with items going in the top works fine for me. So at the moment, the configuration doesn't really need to be changed. Most of the time I like to just shut off extra ports, so like every single one of them has this blue or black, which just isn't needed. So you can, oh no, that one's the one on top. So you can left click to cycle through the colours, in this case from blank to blue to orange back to blank again. In this case we want blue. That one will be the back one. You can also right click to cycle backwards. There we go. That corner one is the back. So we've got bottom face, left face, right face, top face, and back face. And front face is covered by that. Front face can't be changed. In this case, I can just right click on each of these, and they all go. There we go. No extraneous ports. Now, ignoring the slightly creepy music because I'm underground. Oh, you might wonder why I'm ignoring this Nikolite here. Nikolite is useless, and also going soon. At least I was told so, anyway. Could be different. Now we want liquid ducts for lava to come out. I'll feed them off at some point for the tank when I build it, very shortly. But the idea behind this is, depending on how you cycle it, you could feed all the lava produced by this into the magmatic, straight back into the magmatic engines to produce excess energy. The setup I currently have mathematically works out as producing excess lava and 0 excess energy. This doesn't always completely work out because sometimes there are slight errors within calculations and stuff, but generally it works, and actually it tends to produce slightly excess energy randomly anyway. So the random errors work in my favour most of the time. But for magma crucibles, to run them and have no excess energy, mathematically, and nothing but excess lava, you need 7.5 engines for every magma crucible. I have 30 engines and 4 magma crucibles, so that's 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. So 7.5 engines for every magma crucible results in 30. The reason I want excess lava rather than excess energy is because I would prefer to store it in a large tank, which I'm probably going to build about here. It's going to be a very big tank. I'd prefer to build that and store the lava instead, because things like geothermal generators or combustion engines make very, very good power sources for IC2. As far as I'm aware, it's going to be removed very soon, but if an alternative is put in place, or if thermal expansion becomes its replacement, I can literally just adjust the mathematics of this, like adjust the number of engines compared to the number of magma crucibles to use up the excess lava and just produce energy. However, I'd still prefer to have the excess lava, simply the fact that once I've got all that built up, I can have much better lava storage than I can redstone energy storage. Because I can only store 120, no, what am I talking about? 1.2 million megajoules, which is a lot of energy, but it doesn't last as long as I'd like. And the tank I'm going to build will store a lot. I have a lot of materials for it. Next thing we need to need to build, I just quickly fly back up. Next thing we want to build is an system for putting netherrack into the system. Now, I currently have a diamond chest on me. However, I also have a timer. I'm going to teach you how to build all of these things, by the way. I have a timer. Searching through these chests is a nightmare. So much stuff. It's phenomenal. Oh yeah, I have like excess magmatic engines. Pneumatic tubing is what we want. Extra redstone energy pipe. Pneumatic engines. My transposer, if I can find the damn thing. Come on. There is occasionally a little bit of lag. The ticks per second on the server aren't perfect. And when I say aren't perfect, I mean no server's perfect, but it registers about 4 or 5 per second for most times. Transposer. I'm not saying the server's bad, it's actually really, really good. Just sometimes the lag gets annoying when you're mining out quite large areas. Right, pneumatic tubing. Stone anode left over from when I made this timer. So, and the timer itself, and I want a lever, however you want to pronounce it, lever. Also need to eat some food. Been sat here talking too much. Right. Now, right now we don't need that. Sorry if any of you get the like falling sensation. That tends to happen for me as well, but not that time. So first things first, we want to place down pneumatic tubing. And we want this. Now, transposer goes that way around. This end is the suck-in end, the take from whatever chest or object that's within a certain radius kind of thing. And that's the output to the pipes. What we want then is a timer, and also the lever. The timer's set on 2 seconds at the moment. Now I want to stop it, so I provide it with a redstone signal, and the timer no longer activates. I'm going to change its interval. Now, due to the fact that I have 4 magma crucibles, and they need to be fed 1 piece of netherrack every 20 seconds each. So that means I have to feed 1 piece of netherrack through the system every 5 seconds. So I'm going to set this to 5 seconds. That becomes a little more complicated when you want to adjust this setup for, say, producing excess energy rather than excess lava. The numbers become a bit trickier than just 5. Plus sometimes you want like overflow and you don't have the correct number of engines compared to the number of magma crucibles, so you want to like adjust the flow rate of this so the whole system doesn't overflow, etc, etc, etc. Anyway, next thing we want is our diamond chest. Now, netherrack will go in here. Good thing is we can store a large amount of it, and I can pretty much fill this thing using 2/3 of my modpack as fuel to mine up all the netherrack with my diamond drill. Now the system is pretty much all set up, aside from, just check these are all full. That's a bit emptier. That's even emptier again. Let's see. I've currently turned global chat off. You will occasionally see admin talk pop up as well, and also very repeated stuff. People joining, so and so joining clans, various things like that. I also get occasionally bugged by clan chat because I am in a clan myself. Let's see. I think the next thing to do would be build the tank. I'm not entirely sure this room is tall enough just yet, but let's give it a crack.